Hi everybody, I know it's been a really long time since I made a video. Life has been really crazy and pretty much downright devastating for me recently. Almost a month ago, my family lost my cousin unexpectedly, and if you guys remember, I made a video not that long before that in January or February. Um, we lost my uncle, which was my cousin's dad, to cancer, and so it was a really hard blow for me to handle. And to be completely honest, I wasn't handling it well, and some days I still don't. But I'm trying to get back into everything, and so this is it for my video. If you have contacted me about Tourette's and have wanted to talk, and I have been a little slow to respond or haven't been able to respond, I promise you I've seen it and I am going to get to it. Life has just been a little crazy lately, and it's been hard for me to get back on track with everything. Now, that being said, you might notice I have my two dogs sitting on either side of me right now. My husband is not home, so I cannot leave them in the other room. Otherwise, you will hear them whine the whole time I make this video. So I apologize if they get up and move around at all, because they tend to do that when I'm not paying attention to them. Anyways, this week's video is based on a question that I was asked, and it was a very good question as well. And it was, what triggers my tics? And that could be so many different things, but I figured I would hit some of the top points of what could cause me to go into a tic attack, as I call it, or just start ticking on an average basis. The biggest thing is my emotions. When I am really excited about something, I tick like crazy. For example, going into this next week, I'm already assuming that my tics are going to be really bad. We have our annual big family 4th of July party, and I'm pretty excited about it, and I always get excited about it, and the week leading up to it is always a really bad tick week for me. And now, me being at a new job where nobody has really seen my tics get that bad yet, I do anticipate them possibly getting that much worse, because it'll be the first time they really see what it can do, but who knows what will happen. Stress is a huge one. When I was in college, my tics were crazy. I had to be on medication, as I mentioned in my college video. I think I took on a lot, but so it was kind of my own fault. But the stressful situations are really bad, and also when I'm scared. I have a very large fear of tornadoes, even though I've never been part of one. I'm not really sure where it came from, but I'm terrified during them, or not during them, but when there's watches or warnings for them. And when the thunderstorms get too bad, I can start to tick like crazy, and I have to sit down and really concentrate on my breathing, or grab a coloring book or something and just focus my mind on that. Another big one that I don't think people realize is when I see somebody that uses a lot of facial expressions, which isn't a bad thing, but when I see people moving their eyebrows a lot, it will, see, just talking about it makes it happen. It triggers me to move my eyebrows or move my face in that same exact way that they have done it. That one's a big one for me. I tick more with my face than I think people even realize. So when I watch television and there's certain actors that really move their eyebrows, and it's really difficult for me to watch them, even though I might like the actor or actress, but it's because it triggers my eyebrows to move that way, and it triggers one of my tics to where that I roll my eyes to the back of my head, which is very uncomfortable, and it causes a lot of headaches for me. So sometimes it can be a little difficult talking to a very expressional, I know that's probably not a word, but when I talk to a person that has a lot of expressions, and so I try to really focus and really concentrate on not doing the tick, because I don't want that person that I'm talking to think that I am mocking them. When I see others with Tourette's ticking, now this doesn't happen very often because I haven't come in really contact with anybody with Tourette's, and besides a very rare occasion. But when you see somebody else tick, and I know this is the same for a lot of other people with Tourette's, you kind of absorb those tics. Because like I said, when I watch somebody use expressions on their face, I need to do it. when I watch somebody tick, I can kind of adapt that tick. I think it's kind of like an OCD thing as well, because my brain's, it's a compulsion that I have to do or I obsess over, but it's also a tick, and I start to do that. And that's how new ticks can form, or they just form on their own, and I have no idea why. Generally, that only happens when I'm watching a television show or a movie with somebody that actually has Tourette's, not somebody that's making a joke about it. Um, so, like I said, watching people move around a lot. If somebody flicks their wrist a lot, it makes me tick. If something scares me, something makes me happy, something makes me sad. Basically, a lot of things can make me tick, but the biggest points are other people's facial expressions for me, my emotions, big time, and seeing other people tick, or other people even just blinking their eyes too hard or anything like that. I'm sure there's way more, but that's really all I can think of for right now. So I'm going to leave you with that. Please, if you have any other questions, please do not be afraid to ask me. Feel free to email me, or please feel free to go to my new Facebook page. It's called One Tick at a Time. I will leave the link to it in the description below. Please don't feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, I promise I will get back to everybody. The things I wanted to do for Tourette Syndrome Awareness Month didn't really work out, but I'm going to try and do those again. So please, if somebody would like to maybe try to do like a Skype video that we can record or something of that nature, please reach out to me. I would really like to get that going and really broaden the horizon of what these videos could be. Don't forget to please subscribe, share the video, and continue to help me spread awareness for a very misunderstood disorder. Bye, guys.